Yo, welcome back to more Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Last time was... wait, hold up. Last time was the Rider episode, and by the end of it, got a little bit more than what I bargained for. Like, don't get me wrong, bath scene, Rider, that's great. Went on a little too long though. Even as quickly as talk as I read this, it was just like... Alright, Yoshiro's frozen, half petrified in there. That part was great. But the washing was so long. Also, hair is snakes. Has that ever been a factor ever before this scene? Or as I was reminded, Gorgon, shout out FGO. Maybe, maybe not. But it certainly was here. Very weird, very weird. The movie was great, 10 out of 10 movie. Again, them watching the Fate Zero one probably would have broken reality. Regardless, we will continue in our new scenes here. Of course, we will be doing more Rider, maybe this episode, but for now I want to jump into Sakura's scenes here. Hopefully they don't all have awkward bath scenes here, or else this will be the bath episode. But if we can condense it mostly into here, then so be it. I don't know, let's see what the hell this is. Also, I'm pretty sure Rin has some new scenes as well besides the exclamation one, so we'll surely be doing those as well. Oh, okay. Was she going to talk about something? Listen, if Rider was the one who is chosen for the bath scene, A+ decision. I am A-okay with that. To leave it at that. We already finished preparing for tomorrow, so we can talk about it in the kitchen in the morning. I get a towel and change of clothes ready and head to the bathroom. Before I go to bed, I wash away the day's sweat. I poke my head into the living room, but nobody's there. The light's on, so I guess someone's still using it. Sorry, I'm breathing kind of hard right now. Because I did a little bit of cardio before this recording, just so I could, you know, get the blood flowing. Holy shit, I'm out of shape. Hello, Sakura. I run into Sakura on the hallway. Exchanging greetings with someone I just saw a little while ago feels a bit weird. The living room light was on for Rider, it seems. Saber's apparently in her room, so the bath's open. No, wait, the fact that Sakura's here in the first place means... wait. God damn it. God damn it. No. Don't do this. Yes. For a while. With that hair of hers. I understand that the order of these is ambiguous. Like, I could have done this before the Rider one, but it's a lot funnier for me this way. God damn it. Alright, what bullshit is gonna let them both go in at the same time? Let's see it. A strange situation where neither of us will yield on yielding. This battle has the both of us going at it like sumo wrestlers. Oh, I'm being forcefully pushed towards the bathroom. Very sumo. Ooh, using force must mean Sakura's serious now.
男湯女湯別だったらこんなことで揉めないってのに。
A wish totally inappropriate for a private residence just left my lips. Sure, this house is needlessly spacious, but such a big expansion project is plain luxury.
そうですね。離れにもお風呂があったらいいんですけど。
あっちの方が女湯で、今の風呂を男湯に。いや、そうすると風呂掃除の手間は2倍になるし、離れの女湯の方が狭くなるか。
The only one who would benefit from the men's bathroom would be me, so this really is just something I need to tolerate. More than that, I can't guarantee this wouldn't open up a whole new set of disputes over the bathing order.
こうなれば。
先輩、どうしたんですか?
I reverse the grip on Sakura's hand and pull her with some force. Okay, Shiro. Alrighty then.
先輩、もしかして。
さくら。
Is he?
私と一緒に入ってくれるんですか?
Ah, I see. He brought her in to force her to bathe first, and she made the assumption. Got it. What crazy thing is this girl saying with such a bright red face?
二人で入るにはちょっと狭いかもしれませんけど、その先輩とお風呂で一緒なのは。
God damn it.
私が水着持ってくればいいんですね。
I'm getting heavens feel PTSD. Certainly, with the swimsuit on, it'd be less objectionable than bathing together nude, but still.
でも先輩が。先輩も水着をつければいいんですね。そうすれば、ライダーやセイバーさんに見つかっても、
水泳の練習
だって言えば、ほら。
I mean, that's a good idea in general if you're gonna do this, but you want me to call that a nice idea? Still, why practice swimming in a bathroom? Practicing on a tatami mat would probably be more helpful. Although I'm sure it'd be entertaining to leave it to Sakura's imagination, I'd better explain this right.
いや、だから違うんだ、さくら。あそこで譲り合ってても仕方ないんで、さくらを先に入れて、すぐ出て行こうって思ったんだ。
そうなんですか。
譲り合ってたらどっちも入り損ねる。俺は最後に沸かし直すから、いつも通りさくらたちが先に使ってくれ。
With that decided, I head out of the washroom. If I stay here, we really might end up bathing together in swimsuits, so this is fine.
すみません。では、お先にお風呂をお借りします。
I think this is just gonna be the bath episode if we have to do this with Rin next. Son of a bitch.
じゃあな、いい風呂。
And with that, I return to the living room. After finishing the dishes, I take up a spot alongside Ryder in front of the TV. As it turns out, all she wanted to watch was the news.
今、さくらが入浴中ですか?
そう、ちょっと順番で揉めて苦労した。
お互いに譲り合いですか? そこにリンがいたのなら、じゃあ私がお先にと漁夫の利を得たのでしょうね。
言えてる。まあ、あんなに揉めるんだったら、先にライダーに入ってもらえばよかった。
I can say, Shiro, I come from the future. No, it would not. I mean, yes, but no.
私は一番最後で構いません。最後にガスの火を落としておけばいいのでしょう。
So Ryder's also the type to let others go first. Leaving aside the famous modest virtue, this master and servant pair really do resemble each other.
お先に失礼しました。いいお風呂でした、先輩。
上がったか。お疲れさ。
Sakura comes into the living room, freshly bathed. I wasn't prepared. Fresh out of the bath, Sakura looks softer and has a faintly sweet aroma about her. Okay, well, thanks for not forcing that awkward thing there.
ごめんなさい、先輩。髪を洗っててからちょっとお時間取っちゃいました。いえ、入浴はゆっくりとくつろぐのが一番ですよ。
Though I'm curious what the punchline of this is going to be.
さくら、まだ髪が。溶かしましょうか。お願い、ライダー。ライダーが上がったら私もブラシを入れてあげるね。
Just Now, like, I don't know what I thought before, that when a Medusa becomes Gorgon, like that form of Gorgon, like the snakes like really emerge. I don't know if I just thought that that's when that happened. I think I did, in that this was just simply hair. But the fact that all of those are like snakes, it's like, I don't, it's weird. I start to zone out as I'm watching the situation, and Sakura's saying she's gonna comb it. I'm like, do the snakes like that? Probably, I don't know. I start to zone out as I'm watching the situation. At times like these, they really do look like two close sisters.
先輩？
ね、いけね。ぼーっとしてた。さくら、風呂上がりで喉乾いてるだろ？
あ、カフェインのあるお茶だと目が覚めちゃいますから、トマトジュースありました？
あるある。料理にも使うからストックもたくさんある。待ってろ。
I head to the kitchen. If I don't drink something cold myself, I won't calm down. It's always so funny to me. Like, when I see Shiro, or even Tonoshiki. It's so funny, like, the way, like, Nasu writes them. It's like, they see a girl. It's like, holy shit, I can't fucking control myself. Breathe. Like, it's so, like, every time. To calm my mind, I mince a couple of celery sticks to have as a garnish with the juice. Sakura freshly bathed was a bit erotic, so I focus all my attention on the kitchen knife. That's what I'm talking about. I still haven't calmed down, so now some cucumber sticks. Good grief. Seeing the way things are headed, I'd better just take a quick bath and go straight to bed.
お待たせ。ついでだからおつまみも切ってきた。
それどうしちゃったんですか、先輩？
シロ、何事ですか？
いや、ほら、トマトジュースだけだと寂しいからって。
Finally noticed the abnormality on the tray. A mountain of greenery. With all the vegetable sticks, there are more bowls than glasses.
いけねえ、切りすぎた。
Oh, Shiro.
トマトジュースだけ取ってくるにしては遅いなと思ったんですけど、ライダーも食べる？
いただきますが、
Hey,
セイバーを呼んできますか？
there you go. That's who you need.
彼女であればこれくらいはすぐに片付きそうですが。
大丈夫。残った分はそのまま明日の朝ごはんに使えばいいから。先輩もいかがですか？
あとで。とりあえず先に風呂入ってくる。
はい。いってらっしゃい、先輩。
What was that just now? First I need to bathe to calm down. After that I'll have to take on that huge pile of veggies. That was the most benign scene in this entire visual novel. Like, oh, Shiro, cut up too much veggies. Which is fine, like, it's, you know, I'm not complaining, it's just, I'm just used to the craziness of the last few parts, I guess. I just instinctively clicked on Rider. About the Holy Grail War. Wait, I've seen this. Oh, there's a new part of it, but one part we've seen. Aha. The violet snake laps up the blood. 3 a.m. Tonight another one-sided slaughter has begun. What? Oh. As always, the stage is empty. Miyama's residents are fast asleep in their homes. The means change from one moment to the next. Skewered by enormous nail-like daggers, hanged from the streetlights, crushed by coiling chains. Occasionally, she goes too far and tears them to pieces. On a whim, she catches one in her hand and crushes its head. There are a great variety of methods. Emulating a comic she recently read, she lifts a large vehicle and flattens them beneath it. Alright. My chancellor just happened to be one at a nearby construction site. She fighting the beasts? While stopping to catch her breath, she considers whether to head back or keep going. Her objective, if she remembers correctly, is to investigate this anomaly. The restarted Holy Grail War. In order to seek out the cause behind it, she's been running rampant through the streets at night. Her efforts yield some limited success. Damn, okay, Ryder's been doing work. Another servant has been keeping watch in Shinto but has never found any clues. Archer? However, there is one major difference between her and the other servants. The monsters prowling the city at night. No one should have noticed them until the final day, but she had perceived them right from the start. Oh. To root out whatever was behind them, she would sneak out of the house by herself and continue her investigation one corpse at a time. Damn. Ryder. There's no particular emotion driving her. When doing something out of no special interest, her body moves on its own. She becomes a machine without feeling, carrying out a predetermined task. Thus, she finds these moonlit hunts neither intriguing nor tedious, instead classifying it as an ordinary chore. A fruitless, unending endeavor. A task neither boring nor exciting. She will attempt it again and again until it yields results. Nevertheless, since when did the hunt itself become the anomaly, she wondered. Oh my god. That is an exhausted sounding Ryder. She controls her ragged breathing. Her self-appointed duty was completed after about half an hour. No, it was more like she couldn't help but complete it. No matter how much she wants to investigate, there is no material left. A red sea of carnage. She cannot find anything to distinguish from that. There is nothing left to analyze. She needs to examine each of her prey diligently, down to their eye sockets, but there are none left. So dead end? Oh, Jesus. She controls her ragged breathing. Though indeed monsters, they are little more than trash when up against her. A mere 100 or 200 wouldn't even serve as a warm-up. God, that is some legit pained moans and breathing. And yet she controls her ragged breathing. Letting out what seem like pained gasps, she decides to continue the investigation. One more. I'll just check one more. Persuading herself of this, she jumps to the next hunting ground. There is a horde of roughly 100 monsters. After examining tens of thousands of them, she knew that answers would not be found here, and yet she continues with this massacre in the name of research. Without feeling, she mechanically bathes in blood. Her breathing begins to quicken again. One more. I just want to examine one more. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, the only ones dying are monsters. There are countless more to kill, and this is something she had decided to do. So she doesn't feel there's any problem or meaning in what she is doing. After all, they are the bad ones. If they didn't want to be killed, then they shouldn't have appeared. And yet they gush out in huge numbers like insects, forcing her to take them on. She wants to be left alone, but she has no choice other than to oppose them. That's right. In the very beginning, she really didn't want to do this. But there were other things that were more important. That's why she kept to her role. Protect. Still, because it was just too unpleasant, she decided to become something unlike a living creature when she worked. A simple trap that kills people.
Medusa?
Oh, god damn it.
どこに行ったの？もう戻ってくる時間でしょ?
But this has a much different tone. She heard that after one of her countless tasks.
ほら、早く出てきなさい。私が素敵な贈り物をいただいたのよ。今日は特別にあなたにも分けてあげるわ。
As always, she became a trap for the humans that try to take away her sisters by force.
いや、 嫌な匂いね。
Oh dear.
メデューサ、そこにいるの？
Oh dear. They were not petrified. Those bodies were. Those bodies were. Those bodies were.
メデューサ、あなた、そこで何をしているの？
Oh my god, that eye. The hunched figure slurping flinched. I don't want to remember. Back then, her sister's eyes, which always radiated with joy, turned stark white with fear towards her. God damn. The feast in the name of her investigation continues. Each time she plays this part, her body grows more accustomed to its role. Her ferocity grows without end. These monsters, while stronger than humans, could never touch her. They are fodder, worthy only to be crushed underfoot. She feels her transmission shift gear by gear, from low to middle, middle to high. The only issue, if any, is that there is no limit to her gearbox. Meaning, the question is whether her chassis can withstand the ever-increasing RPM. Why has she become so immersed in her role? It must be because the enemy is so weak, and the setting so ideal that she's given such priority to this task despite herself, she thinks. After all, the town is empty. The people vanished at the stroke of midnight. Damn. Perhaps they were all killed by the monsters, or perhaps they never existed to begin with. It must be the latter. Those monsters are things that hunt down humans, but not once has she seen them kill anyone. They only act against those that are the same as them. These monsters only feel interest or hatred towards their fellow monsters. Huh? Hence, she is taken by surprise. With the monsters present, she thought there wouldn't be any people around. So, when a young woman appears, wandering aimlessly into the park, God damn it, though she knew it was human with a single glance, she slices through the woman without any hesitation. Her regret and confusion fade immediately. This was always a ghost town. So what if a human wandered in by mistake? Even if she didn't kill her, the monsters surely would have. So it is fine. That was a trivial, inconsequential mistake that won't happen again, she thinks with a sigh.
よくはないわ。あなたがどのような生き物で、これがどのような状況であろうとも、あなたは人を殺したのよ。
The dead woman's mouth proclaims her sin with a voice like a song. Yo. She stands up. Blood pours out from the open wound. This whole sequence has been trippy. She clutches her throat. Her ragged breaths beg for oxygen. The sight makes her dizzy with vertigo. God, it's like Kira at the end of Heaven's Feel. Ah, what a sweet smell, the delicious red essence of life which she couldn't find no matter where she looked or how many monsters she killed.
こらえが効かないのね。我慢できないのなら、どうぞ好きにして結構よ。だって、そうしたくて真っ先に人間である私に襲いかかったのでしょ。
That voice pierces her heart. That's right. There's still a flood of monsters. And yet she ignored those which are her objects of investigation and hurled her dagger at the girl. She shakes her head in denial. Her dirty hair sways like snakes. Desperately, she objects, claiming it was an accident, completely outside of her duty.
別の役割。あなたも異常を解明したいというの。大した疑問ね。
Yo.
あなたはこれっぽっちも町のことなんて考えてい
I
ないくせ
didn't
に。
expect a writer to have an encounter with Karen. Her heart is sliced through, its contents exposed. That's right, she doesn't give a damn about the peace of this city. This investigation is carried out only for the sake of our master, yep.
ああ、立派なサーバントね。けど、これは本当に彼女のためになるのかしら。
Karin, please. Or is it simply the monster inside you? The air turns to poison. The woman approaches her step by step. Not with her legs, but her words. Approaching not her body, but her heart. She's trying to knock down the last pillar remaining in her broken self.
何日も繰り返して、いい加減疲れたでしょ。ここで楽にしてあげる。正直、見ている私も飽き飽きしてきたところだし。
She throws her dagger towards the flapping lips. Her aim is perfect. It skewers the girl's tongue and splatters even more of her blood. But even then...
認めなさい、メドゥーサ。あなたは
What the hell?
本当は恨んでいる。
A grudge against humans,
あなたは本当は楽しんでいる。
That's right. Enjoying killing people.
あなたは
Don't need a reason at all.
大切だという彼女以上にこっちの方が大切なのよ。
Damn, dude. The girl is still standing. The purple snakes are gradually blackened by her gushing blood.
機械に徹したところで奪った命の重さは変わらない。目を伏せたところで亡くなった命は消え去らない。蓋を閉めたまま生きていたらいつか自分の中身さえ間違えてしまう。
God damn. That is, yeah. Yeah. Like, again, I realize this... delving into this comes from here. But man, this really takes me back to getting into this in, FGO Babylonia. Holy shit. She is an eyesore. No matter who this human is, she is just an eyesore. So, she kills her until she shuts up. She cuts open the girl's warm stomach and tears out the entrails. She almost shouts out in joy. More than any human she had laid hands on before, taking out her anger on this girl. Feels so good. God, this is the most, like, blatant, besides Babylonia, that we see this side of Medusa. Oh my god. She continues to mutilate the girl's body from the stomach outwards until only the head is left. Surely the chatter will stop now. Relief gushes through her body, and just when she feels a slight tinge of regret that she can't kill anymore.
これで理解できたでしょ。あなたはあなたにふさわしい場所に戻りなさい。
Bakemono. At last, she realizes her true feelings. She has an unendurable desire to kill humans. Oh my god. Oh my god. The way it cut there. Oh, Jesus. Alright. I was gonna take a pause and talk, but let's... Once upon a time, there was a princess. One day, the people who had loved the princess started hating her, and they sent her off to an island far, far away. Compared to her glorious life up until then, the island was very empty. Frightened by the people who had gotten angry at her without reason, the princess prayed that no one would come to the island. Yo. Still, she was very, very lonely. She wept and wondered what she had done wrong.
メドゥーサは一人になるとすぐ泣き出すでしょ。私たちの親族としてそんな恥さらしは許しません。
After a short time, her elder sisters arrived at the island.
私はメデューサなんてどうでもいいんだけど。
God damn it.
召使いは必要だし。
In their own twisted way. How wonderful. Although they were still loved by all, the princess's sisters moved there for her sake. In their own twisted way, the princess was not lonely anymore. Although the island still had nothing, she was happy because her sisters were there with her. The only things left to fear were humans. Kill, kill, kill the monster. With great courage, they came to chase the princess away. Snatch, snatch, snatch the goddesses away. She could have borne it if that had been all, but then the people began to point their swords at her two sisters. To protect her sisters, the princess decided to take revenge. How wonderful. Yes, this time she could just do to the humans as they had done to her. She killed many humans. After all, even if she tried to escape, the princess had nowhere to go but the island. I don't want anybody to come. I don't want anybody to come. She had always wanted to be left alone, in peace, with her sisters, but...
やめなさい、メデューサ。挑みに来た人間たちが命を落とすのは自業自得でしょう。けれど、それを娯楽にしてはいけないわ。
Yet still they came, one after another. Since there was no end to them, she started experimenting with new ways to eliminate them more quickly. When the shifts. When the trap she had devised proved effective, she found it a tad funny.
あなたの魔眼は戒めるためのもの。決して恐怖を与えるものではないのです。
To warn people, not to sow terror. But it was only right that those who had done nothing but scold the princess thus far should come to fear her as well.
それを口にするのはやめなさい。
Blood?
私が近頃のあなたは恐ろしいと怯えているわ。
Medusa is very understandable. No matter how infamous and fearsome she became, the humans kept approaching with boundless ferocity. The sisters continued to scold the princess. The princess felt too ashamed to show her body that it changed shape a little. And she left the sisters she once dearly loved. In the end, she was alone again. Sad and lonely, she hungered for new sacrifices. Dude, that is some Doki Doki type audio change there. Oh my goodness. Come to think of it, in the beginning, we were the sacrifices. She laughed, bathed in red. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the thumbnail right there. But this is so good. I'm glad that this was the start of this, because Fate's Stay Night in the story it was telling, like, again, Hollow Ataraxia hits on so many, like, things they weren't able to get into with Fate's Stay Night, and it adds wonderful characterization and new details, and it's fun. And I love it for Medusa as well, that it, like, got into the fact that, yes, she is a monster of Greek mythology and how that ties into her character. Like, we know, like, her abilities and, like, her mystic eyes, like, that's excellent flavor with, you know, who she is. And we know, like, she's very protective of Sakura, but getting into this aspect of her is, like, really important, you know? She swings her daggers with delight. Cackling with scorn, she tramples them beneath her. Without rest or respite, she continues running as if fleeing something. She feels giddy with each one she crushes. Giddy with disgust. Giddy with amusement. Before long, her captivation intensifies into wild passion. Before she realizes it, she was butchering the monsters in a frenzy. She doesn't want to think about anything, so she can't help but let her primal instincts take over and enjoy the hunt. The night continues. The slaughter continues. There are no living humans in this city at night. The only ones roaming about are the monsters. And she is broken. The more she kills, the heavier her body grows. The more she crushes, the more she forgets her own words. In a word, she is broken. Suddenly, she lowers her eyes. Her body is beginning to change. Just like that time. Oh my god, dude, her eyes. She does not scream. Her boiling head cools at an impossible speed. Ah, of course this happened. There is no time for lamentations or ridicule. In that brief moment of absent-mindedness, she is stabbed without mercy. Monsters surround the wounded beast. The remains of her humanity are on the verge of death. Impaled by multiple claws, nothing is left of her body below her chest. She has been cut into fine pieces. What remains of the blackened monster can only last a few minutes more. Through her ragged breath, she looks at her bloodied palms, deep crimson red. She turns her claws, barely resembling human hands, to the monsters converging upon her. This corpse can still fight back. The creatures meekly decide to observe their new brethren as she dies out. Even breathing is difficult. Though she is already dying, her body continues to transform. Surely it won't stop even if she dies. After what is left of the woman stops breathing, she will disappear and be reborn as a monstrous anti-hero with no trace of her original form. Oh my god. Avenger. She murmurs, being still able to utter human words feels like some kind of lingering attachment, and it irritates her. Dimly she looks at her deforming hands. She has known all along. She had confessed it to him as well. That her form was only temporary, that her true nature was that of a hideous monster. And yeah, that CG that we saw way earlier in the... That's motherfucking Gorgon, buddy. She was destined for ruin. From the moment she consumed human blood, her end had been determined. Day by day, she grew. First her body crumpled, then her heart, and finally her very being decayed. And all she ever wanted was to become stronger, in order to protect her sisters. But in the end, even her sisters were nothing more than nuisances intruding upon her lair. The end of that chapter is unknown to her. At the time, she had neither eyes, nor nose, nor mouth. She had become a world that only crushed its prey. No, that had been violence committed by the monster in the first place. It had nothing to do with her before she changed. So it shouldn't be painful, but... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That must have been it, she thought. And at that thought, she feels a sudden urge to gouge out her eyes. Oh my god. New sacrifices appear before the monster of their own accord. Joining hands, they still their trembling legs and look up at the completely disfigured monster. Dude, right before she ate them. Oh my god. Said the eldest sister, Steno, in a gentle voice. Lovingly like always, she smiles at the monster. Grumbled the second sister, Uriel. She curses and insults her monstrous sibling, but at times she looks at the she-beast with true sadness. Steno grasps her sister's hands, her own hands tightly, seeking comfort from their fear, never abandoning that which they hold dear.
それぐらいは意義があったものにしてあげないと。
The sacrifices think this to themselves. They were the ones who hated humans, and their youngest sister had never bore men any ill will, yet it had come to this. The two sisters were loved by men and were destined to be violated by them day after day. Jesus. The older accepted it as fate, while the younger despised it, but both of them had given up. Yet the youngest sister protected them until the end.
あなたは私たちを守った。けれど私たちを守ったメドゥーサはもういない。なら守られていた私たちも同じようになくなりましょう。
That which was lost shall never return. Stheno, who had dreamed that the three of them would live forever on the island far away, closes her eyes and raises her head.
うわ、もう目の前か。じゃあね。さようなら、かわいいメデューサ。最後だから口を滑らせてしまうけど、憧れていたのは私たちの方だったのよ。
The days that have gone by shall never return. Uryo, who had believed that one day the three of them would escape the rustic temple and return home, smiles like she used to and raises her head. It's crazy, like, learning that what the two of them had thought. Stheno thinking they would live forever there. Uryo thinking that they would one day leave and come home. And the admittance that they actually admired her. I mean, far be it from me to consider the probably hour-long combined roast sessions we've witnessed so far. I can empathize with the fact that it's the complex sibling relationship. Like, they fucking are horrible to her, but they are sisters, and they are all each other have ultimately at this point. So Medusa truly being alone after this is like, I can empathize with that. And with that situation still, it's like, you know. Stop, 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 stop. Countless snakes consume both sacrifices, without joy, without sadness. As though crushing ants, the monster grinds the sisters to a pulp. In this way, the immortal girls, retaining their form as beautiful sisters to the very end, while still alive, were absorbed into the monster. And then she was truly alone. Consumed without a trace left behind, they became the monster's flesh and blood, and it continued to thrive. Thus became of the three Gorgon sisters. Thus the three goddesses banished to the shapeless isle became the monsters the people had rumored them to be. That's funny, the way it was phrased there at the end kind of reminds me of Angra. Oh, Medusa. Yeah, the way this is phrased here really reminds me of Angra. What did she love? Parallels. What did she want? She had so little that was precious to her that she swore to protect them no matter what, and yet, now that she is heading to her death, while she is being transformed, she can't even recall it. She can't stop the transformation. At this rate, she will turn into a monster and disappear. Oh my god. Everything will end with that. From now on, she will be summoned as a monster, not to protect humans, but to annihilate them. She can't stop the transformation. There's nothing to be done, nothing to care about. Nothing? The swarm of creatures is like the band at a festival. What a simile. They reveled with hatred in the birth of a new monster. her consciousness wanes. She has a feeling that there is still something left to do, that she can't quite seem to place it. Come on. As her life comes to a close, she quietly shuts her eyes.
誰？
Yo. She noticed an unfamiliar presence peering at her.
あれ？俺が見えるの？そうか。
Yup, there it is.
あんたも怪物になっちまったんだな。
He gets it, yup. God, that's crazy. I never thought of that comparison until now. Though it feels like she has never heard its voice before. The laughter sounds all too familiar. A smirking grin and sneering eyes. It irritates her considerably. Her sadistic heart starts to pound again. If her body was strong, she would have leaped forward and plucked its head right off.
ああ。いや、ちょい違うか。あんたはそんなすっきりしたもんじゃない。あんた、自分が何者か自覚はある？
Aware? She isn't prepared for it, but she accepts it as truth. This heroic spirit's seat would no longer be Medusa's, but that of the monstrous Gorgon.
なるほど。潔い。
This is so crazy.
けど、あんたは怪物の定義を知らなそうだな。わかってるか？それは生きるために人を襲うんじゃなく、人を襲うために生きる生き物だ。人間社会を真っ向に端から端まで否定する殺戮機構。ただいるだけで害悪になる毒。それが怪物ってもんなんだが、自分だって言い切れる？
She already knows that. From now on, she will embody that concept over and over again.
そんなの今さら初めから私は
Since the beginning, she has been a monster. A monster camouflaged in human intellect and appearance. If she would someday become such a monster, then her true nature must be the same. You can choose, Medusa. That's why it doesn't matter anymore. She roamed the city at night in search of blood, and found herself indulging in slaughter. Such a monster would shed its skin to reveal its true color someday. Just like this. I like the way that was said. This whole scene has been amazing, and yet it laughs. Heartfelt mirth, heartfelt hatred, as if to scorn the woman who, by the minute, was turning into a hideous monster.
だから、そこが違うんだ。
But the point he's making too is that it doesn't quite apply to her, so I want to hear more of what he's saying about that.
いいかい？怪物は本能で物を殺すんじゃない。それは優れた理性で物を殺すんだ。人の手に有り余る性能を総動員して何の疑いもなく何の悲しみもなく身もだえるほどの喜びを持って殺し続けるのが怪物だ。ただなんとなくで人間を殺すだなんてそんなのは違う生き物なんだよ。あんたはまだどっちにもなれない半端者みたいだけど。
Interesting distinction.
同時にどちらにも傾ける勇気
There you go, and that's what it is right there. You can choose. You have time to choose. Like a monster can't choose. You can. I like that. Her intellect wants to just fall into the abyss already, but stubbornly clings to the cliff's edge. She continues clutching pitifully at the earth, wishing for solid ground.
それはどういう？
わからないか？血を求めるあんたと他のものが気になるあんた。
Sakura!
それはどちらも真実だ。どっちも否定はできないだろ。
Mm-hmm.
欲望に優劣なんざない。どっちが大きいか、どっちが大切なのかはその場その場で変わるものだ。肝心なのはあんたがまだ持っているかどうかの話。
What a talk for Angra to have with Medusa.
何を？
The slightest bit of strength returns to her arm. She summons all her reserves in desperation. It is not enough to pull her out of the abyss. No matter how much she struggles, she will only disappear at this rate. Laughing, it looks down upon her.
ではとライダーのサーバント。あんたはその心に望むものがまだかけらでも残っているか？
There is. Ryder! I have no desires, but there is something I truly wished for.
あなたはあなたにふさわしい場所に戻りなさい。
Oh. That's right. Even if she is still Medusa now, she can't save herself if she is to become a Gorgon soon. From the start, there was never a way to save herself. So she has no desires. No matter how happy days past were, if she would devour them all eventually, there would be nothing left in her hands. However, even one such as she can still save someone. Ryder's a hero. Anti-hero Medusa. A servant is summoned to a master to whom its nature is similar. This is all the more so if the summoning catalyst is weak. Because her master had the same fate as her, she was summoned to that girl. This is kind of hitting. A girl fated to turn into a monster. The victims turned aggressors formed a contract in this world as fellow monsters. That's why. She doesn't want her to end up the same. Although she can't change what she is, she can protect the girl who owes the same fate as herself. I love this a lot. And those of you who also have seen Monogatari, yeah, it's crazy the amount of stuff in Fate and Monogatari you can compare. But I really like this. Her unfulfilled happiness, her irredeemable sin. Okay, Maiden Abyss. How deeply she loved that petty, foolish girl's desperate struggle to put on a brave face. Man, that is... Because like before, like in Heaven's Feel, you can obviously tell the care Ryder has for Sakura, but put in this way, that she being so similar, like that summoning, of course, them being similar, you know, especially with the weak catalyst, like even more so, that she was drawn to Sakura in that summoning. For her, understanding Sakura has a similar fate, wanting to prevent that for her, even feeling if it's too late for her, knowing that she can at least do that for Sakura, that adds like a, man, adds such a great layer to it that I'm so glad it was like finally delved into. And maybe it was a bit in Heaven's Feel. I'm sorry, it's been, time has passed and I have to catch up on Arukana's Heaven's Feel playthrough still, even though I saw the end of that. Shout out to them, by the way. They're Arukana and Manicule, they're reacting to Dean's Stay Night right now, and I'm watching it with it for the first time with them right now. Great opening. The OST like feels a lot more Fate-like. The slice of life moments, great. Everything else is just like, okay. Anyway, yeah, shout out to them. ARUKANAA on Twitch.tv and YouTube. She stares at her hands, dumbfounded. Her transformation has halted and she is fading away as her human self.
怪物じゃないからだろ。みっともないが、誰かを助けたいという気持ちがあるのなら、あんたはギリギリ人間だ。
Wow. And that even being the reason why, like, she was even able to manifest as Ryder Medusa and not just Avenger Gorgon right off the bat, like, that's crazy. She can hear a voice from elsewhere. The speaker is near, but can no longer be seen.
ああ、 これで解決しちまったな。
I guess as well as Lancer Medusa, I should say as well. I mean, it's, you know, same thing. It's
あんたの悩みは永遠について回るが、その願いがある限り怪物になることはない。
true.
その苦悩と同じように永遠にこちら側に来ることはない。
The presence fades. The shadow gives an all too friendly wave and disappears. God, I want to rewatch Babylonia now.
待って。あなたは。
Coughing blood, she calls out to the figure.
さすがにしつこいな、ヘビ女。大した生命力だが、今回はおとなしく死んでおけ。で、目が覚めたらマスターに謝っておくといい。ほら、俺が言うのもなんだけどさ、マスターとサーバントは仲良しじゃなくっちゃな。
Snickering, it finally disappears. In the end, she thinks it resembled a young man she knows very well. Yeah. Yeah, like when she said the laugh was familiar, which is even crazy to recognize from Shiro. But yes.
そうですね。
She heaves a deep sigh. She lowers her clinging arms.
本当、私はいつまで経っても。
I'm sorry. And this time, her eyes finally close. Relieved that, rather than merely dying, she has recovered her wish, she murmurs.
もうすぐ帰ります
Oh,
から待っていてください。さくら。
swearing a promise she could never keep, the beautiful figure vanishes from the earth. Fuck. God damn, dude. Oh, shit, dude. That is high contender for my favorite character, like, sequence in this VN, dude. Holy shit, that was... We got some stuff to do. Yeah, I gotta rewatch Babylonia soon. That was... I love that that count comes from here. That's so good. And we gotta end this loop, man. Like, there's so many sweet moments. Again, like it's the whole thing, right? It's the whole thing about Hollow Ataraxia, the Hollow Paradise, right? But Ryder presumably does this every time, like she sets out to do what she does to solve this, like, you know, Archer, like keeping watch and doing what he does, but not really getting anywhere. He comes to, like, Archer comes to an interesting conclusion about it being centered around Shiro, because which is very cool. But the fact that Ryder, like, that happened to her, and possibly, like, even multiple times. Yeah, we gotta end this. We've just finished our lunch. As I relax with a cup of tea.
ところで、私が留守にしている間、何か面白いことなかった？
At the very least, that was a really great thing Angara said to her. You know, like, at the very least, like, being told that she is not fully a monster. Like, there's a side of her that is that she feels, and the other part that wants to protect, you know, to save, you know, like how it was with her sisters, and now how it is now with Sakura. Even like her being summoned here, not as her completely monstrous form, is because of that side of her. That's so cool. So there was like at least that salvation. But yeah, we gotta end this. All of a sudden, a question comes up. Oh boy, let me tell you.
特にはだってさくらの手紙に書いてなかったか？
すごく長いエミヤくんの口述筆記があっただけよ。あの子はみんな元気ですって書いてたけど、そういうのは社交辞令じゃないの？
I see. Whatever actually happened, Sakura wouldn't want Tosuka to worry, and that consideration went into her letter. Looks like Tosuka knows that too.
さくらが体調を崩したことがあったみたいだけど、手紙には書いてなかったからね。それで気になったのよ。
ああ、そうか。さくらはちょっと風邪ひいたけど、後の面々は無病息災。藤姉に風邪が寄りついたのを見たことはないし。
That brings to mind the adage about how idiots don't catch colds, but rather than that, it's more like the discipline she subjects herself to every day is on an entirely different level.
セイバーとライダーは調子崩すということがあるのかどうかって感じだな。特にセイバーは元気だぞ。天高く馬こゆる秋ってことで。
True.
さくらと一緒に食欲の秋？
秋口に食いだめして冬場に冬眠するんじゃないのかと思うほどよく食べる。
Damn. As the one who has to prepare the food for them, it's quite troubling. Well, even I am bound to have times when I worry about how much rice I have to cook.
いくらセイバーの因子に粒子があると言っても、冬場にねぐらで冬眠はしないわよ。
Heyo.
粒子？
Oh yes. She used a term I've never heard before, and it brings a puzzled frown to my face.
あれ？エミヤくん知らなかったの？セイバーを構成する因子の一つは元素種の頂上、粒子よ。
Okay, I didn't know the classification. That's new to
い
me.
や、それは知ってる。
Of the illusionary types, I did not know that.
セイバーと竜は同じようなものだってことだろ？
Actually, you could say that's the only thing I know.
エミヤくんは竜というと何を想像する？
Out of all the creatures in fantasy, the dragon is undoubtedly the one at the top, or so I've heard.
とにかく人間じゃ太刀打ちできない動物の王様かな。火を吹く、トカゲっぽい目をしてる、ヒゲや牙が生えてる、空を飛ぶ、
Whiskers.
乙女の生贄を所望するとか。
Oh, Jesus.
全部セイバーに当てはまったら面白そうね。
否定できないな。藤姉がおやつを横取りなんかしたら怒って火を吹きかねん。
True.
相変わらずそういうことやってるのね。藤村先生の方も一回因子分析した方がいいのかも。妖精でも出てくるかしらね。
Part fairy. Were she actually to do that, I don't think I'd be brave enough to look at the results. Back to the main topic. I'm actually curious
あ
about
と
that.
光り物や金貨を溜め込む。
Yes.
竜の巣穴の財宝炭。それがあるからこそ竜は幻想種足りえるんだけど、セイバーって
あ
貯金が趣味？
どうかな。節制とか節約とか好きそうだから当たらずとも遠からずって感じだけど。
But even if she has that in her disposition, I doubt she'd bother to actually start saving.
他には海に1000年山に1000年住んでいる。長江を遡って登竜門に上がる。
雲上竜変？今度は東洋の竜？
獣の王様と獣の神様じゃ微妙に違うけどな。竜で他の言い伝えはと。
ちゃんとセイバーは爪が5本あるわよ。王様だから。
I was about to say that. 5 dragon claws were the symbol of the emperor in many Chinese dynasties after all. Did not know that. Very cool. What else? Oh yeah.
これも東洋の竜の話だけど、曰く竜には激鱗がある。
GEKIRIN. There's always a single scale growing backwards on the dragon's body. Legend says that if you happen to touch it, no matter how gentle the dragon may be, he will lose himself in rage. Oh. That's cool. I'm let down by her all too quick reply. Holding the teacup in my hands, I keep staring at Tosuga.
セイバーはあれほどいいとこ取りなんだから、激鱗ぐらいは受け継いでもらわないと。
Her GEKIRIN is taking her fucking food.
アキレスのかかとじゃないけど、それぐらいないとバランス悪いでしょ。
アキレスのかかとは弱点だろ。激鱗はどっちかっていうと欠点というか短所というか。
欠点も短所も弱点も同じよ。私が言ってるバランスはセイバ
Semantics.
ー本人のバランスじゃなくて自然界全体のバランスのこと。永遠に衰えない完全無欠な存在がいたら循環が滞るでしょ。みんなより強いものにはどこかにみんなより足りない部分が存在するのよ。
なるほど。
It should.
例えばそれは
Someone who can master just about everything but will stumble upon the very last hurdle, making a big mess.
ちょっと何をいきなり黙り込んで。何か言いたいことでもあるの？
Oh no, of course not.
いや別に遠坂はよくわかってるなと思って。にしても激鱗か。
Does Saber really have one? If she does, then I just happen to brush against it in public. Uh-oh. Yo. I love that's what Shiro imagined. What have we seen that lion car before? What the fuck? Oh, I think we did in Stay Night. And when you click one of the meat buttons in the Tiger Stamp menu, I think like she's riding around on it, or maybe even in this game. That's amazing. Uh-oh. Somehow it looks kind of fun. Dude, Lancer would find her GEKIRIN. For sure.
どうしたの、エミヤくん？遠くを眺めて。何か面白いことでも思いついた？
いや別に
Yes.
そんなことは。
I cover it up by drinking some tea. This is bad, real bad. I've been corrupted by Tosca's malice, finding ways to tease and make fun of Saber. What was I thinking?
首の後ろが怪しいと思うわ。
何の話をしてんだお前は。
別に今のは個人的な意見だから、エミヤくんはこれっぽっちも気にしないでいいわよ。あと裏枠として背中を押さえておくわ。
だから何の話だそれは。
Classic Rin. Rin. Beats me, Tosca feigns ignorance as she stands up.
じゃあ私はこれで。全然関係ないけど心中察するわ、エミヤくん。マスターたるもの、サーバントの管理はしっかりしておかないといけないものね。それが危険を招くようならどんなに嫌なことでも調べないといけないんだから。
Okay. See ya, Tosca disappears into the hallway with a spring to her steps. Master's duty, is it? I was only a bit curious about this GEKIRIN business, but she's right. Perhaps I should investigate it a little further. Oh, great. Rin, what have you done? Not good.
シロ、
Don't.
部屋に戻るのですか？
Shiro, don't look for the GEKIRIN, for God's sake. She set you up.
セイバ
What great timing. Speak of the devil, Saber. A single scale growing backwards, GEKIRIN. So somewhere around her there is a spot which will land me into hot soup if I touch it?
どうしたのですか？顔色がよろしくない。
悪い、ちょっと考え事をしてた。
Dude, screenshot this shit. Saber on her lion mobile on the fucking hill in Battle of Kamlan, and the text saying, I can't. Holy shit. It's gotten into my head, and it's no use putting the brakes on it now. Does Saber have a Gekirin? And what is it really? I can't let it go until I find out.
なんだ。ちょっといいか、セイバ
はい、シロ。
ー。シャツの襟歪んでる。
I reach for Saber's neck. My fingers gently touch her silky white skin.
シロ。
動かないでくれ。変な風になってるんだ。
Saying that, I caress Saber's neck. I can't feel anything out of place with my fingers. They say that the Gekirin grows on the underside of a dragon's chin, but I guess it's not there. Shiro, what the fuck are you doing?
首の後ろが怪しいと思うわ。
Today, duty day. What? I refrained from any further remarks.
シロ。襟は。
もう少し。リボンも少し歪んでるような。
Using straightening her already straight ribbon as an excuse, I touch her nape. God damn it. I gently brush the loosely hanging hair behind her neck, and my heartbeat rises for no apparent reason. I'm just looking for Saber's Gekirin, so I don't have to feel guilty, do I? No, you do. You do. Sorry, teacher, there's no Gekirin in sight, and my sanity won't hold much longer either. God damn it.
では背中を狙うがよい。水攻めが効かぬのなら、
No,
火攻めでありましょう。
Reed, please. Wow, she had anticipated this way ahead of time. My eternal gratitude to you, O Grandmaster GEKIRIN.
シロ、いけません。このようなところでそれは。
I get close to her and graze her standing hair with my face. This thing is in my way. To touch her back, I calmly brush it aside. Oh. Nice. For some reason, I am lying on my back, facing upwards. Well, you fucking found it. Good job.
しまった。大丈夫ですか、シロ。
I silently assess the damage. Having landed the right way, there are no injuries.
申し訳ありません。反射的に。
セイバーが投げたのか。
はい。シロの腕を取って、こうランサー張りに力任せにぶん投げてしまいました。
I see it now. It was a 6-meter mega glide from the veranda to down here.
先にこのことを伝えておくべきでした。不注意で癖が出てしまい、シロに怪我を。
怪我はないけど、
Being touched by men, she became embarrassed and flung me away. No, that's not it. The moment I brushed that one strand of hair aside, I was instantly hurled away as if activating a conditioned reflex.
立てますか？手を。
Actually a dragon.
それくらいは大丈夫。伝えておくことって、何？
このくせ毛のことなのです。
Oh my god. Wait, he touched that. He touched that one. He touched that one.
それに触られたくない。
That's the GEKIRIN, of course. Saber nods deeply. I've taken a fancy to that strand since a long time ago, but looks like it's important to her as well.
長い話になるのですが。
Is it?
わかった。縁側に戻ろう。やっぱり地面への受け身は答えるな。
Oh, Jesus.
あれはまだ私が王国を統一する前のことでした。
The history of this alfalfa heir.
私の即位に反対する諸侯との戦いを繰り広げていた頃です。死である老人の助言や湖の婦人の加護、
Old man Merlin.
それに勇猛にして忠誠なる騎士たちを従えて王国と民のために戦場を往来しました。私に敵対した11人の王だが、その王たちも別の強大な国王に膝を屈したのです。王の名はリエンス。弟のネロと共に北方に歯を唱える強国の主でした。
Nero. Ah, I know this story. It is the one about the famous King Rience and his robe? Why are we seeing Gilgamesh?
リエンス王の使者が我が王宮に至ると、 傲慢にもこう言い放ったのです。
The great King Rience has conquered 11 kings, exacted oaths of fealty from them, cut their beards, and used them as decorations for his robe. With the last beard, his robe will be complete. King Arthur, hand over your beard and swear undying loyalty to the king, or else you shall perish and your entire kingdom shall be destroyed. As I thought. Yeah, that's not going to work. Saber can't grow a beard, you see. So the strand of hair is her beard.
私はこう死者に言い返しました。残念ながら私にヒゲはなく、ましてやリエンス王におる膝は持ち合わせていない。
Damn. That's that old school bars.
いや、遠からず必ずリエンス王こそ私に膝を折らせ、そのヒゲのみならず首を落としてみせようと。
Ruthless. Yep, that's definitely Saber. After being told off like that, King Rience would have no choice but to return quietly.
リエンス王はこの返事を聞くと激怒しました。そして死者が見た私の姿を伝え聞くとこう言い放ったそうです。
How haughty you are, O King Arthur. Now I shall shave off the hair standing on your head and use it to adorn my robe. Oh, it was his idea. Hold on, isn't it just the beards he was after?
ちょっと待った。なんだよそのくせ毛って。何もしかしてそのくせ毛のことか。
当然でしょう。
Obviously.
リエンス王が欲しがるほどのものが他にありますか。シロ、つまらない疑問で話の腰を折らないでください。これからがいいところなのですから。
Shiro, shut the fuck up, obviously. Now where was I?
すまん。気が利かなかった。
Holy shit.
わかればいいのです。さて、それからの戦いは言うなれば私のくせ毛を守れるか否かといった様相を呈してきました。
This story, dude.
従来手向かう敵は必ず私のくせ毛を長老し、切り落とすだの、結び目を作るだの、リボンを
A
飾るだの、
flower?
上にお花を
A,
咲かせる
a
だのを挑
ribbon.
発する
Oh
のです。
my god. Oh my god.
故に私は王国のためくせ毛を守り抜かねばならなかったのです。戦いは熾烈を極めましたが、ついには我が威信の勝利と終わりました。以来私のくせ毛は王国の名誉の象徴となり、私の首と同じほどに重要なものになったのです。ええ。
Not even the
たとえ
queen.
王妃といえど、
Not even
くせ毛に触れ
Guinevere.
ることは許されないほどのものに。
Not even you, Shiro.
わかりましたか、シロ。
That's my GEKIRIN.
このような事情があるので、私のくせ毛には触らないでいただきたいのです。
A respectable boundary. Ahem, Saber says so proudly. Let me see. That was an amazing story. That was not the backstory I expected for that. I'm proud to know that now. I was tossed into the air and landed unconscious just now, right?
どうしました、シロ。
じゃあ質問。戦いはセイバーの勝利に終わったんだよな。なら仕返しにリエンス王のヒゲを剃ったりしたのか。
かの王は囚われの身となり、私は首を打とうとしたのですが、死に止められました。あだにあだで報いては恨みを深めるだけ。首に首を、ヒゲをヒゲで報いてはなりませんと。
Or a beard for a beard.
故に死の言う通りに。
As the wise Merlin said,
言う通りに。
魔術による気
Fuckboy
配薬を用い、
Mage Merlin.
リエンス王はもみあげと口ひげを、
What?
弟のネロは両眉毛をつなげるだけで許しました。
Wait, what?
鏡を見るたびに己の光源が高くついたことを思い出すが良いと。
That's good application of magic. Good job, Merlin. You can call it a bloodless victory, but it is still a very childish solution. Poor King Rience and his brother Nero must have been made into laughingstocks for the rest of their lives.
なるほど。 セイバーのくせ毛にはそんな歴史があったのか。
Yeah.
ええ。ですので、昔の癖でとっさに。申し訳ありません。
ああ、いいよいいよ。悪いのはこっちなんだし。
Yeah, he was just touching Saber without like explaining. He's like, I shouldn't feel guilty. Like, she doesn't know. I mean, it's my mistake for carelessly intruding on such a history-laden sensitive spot.
ご理解感謝します。さらに言えば、女性の髪は魔術的な力の象徴でもある。
That's a thing.
不用心に髪を奪われれば、呪詛のよりしろとして使われることもあるのです。
Oh,
王
Jesus.
が呪われれば、王国の災いを意味し、それゆえに、このくせ毛は二重の弱点と言えましょう。
Iconic. I see. This is grave indeed. Wait a second. If that's where Saber's weakness is, then don't tell me that.
白
Hearing my name being called, I look up. Huh? Why does Saber look so grim?
先ほどは襟を直していただきましたが、どうしてか私の首筋をしきりに撫でていましたね。
Yeah, you wanna explain, Shiro? Fufufu. So that wasn't a very good excuse, was it?
さらにはうなじまで。白、あれは一体どういう意味の行為だったのでしょうか？
あ、いや、なんでもないぞ、セイバー。少し目測を誤っただけなんだ。
Well, it wasn't really my hand, but my morals that slipped first.
ほう。白は
It
何
wasn't
でも
my
ない
hand, it was my morals.
女性の首筋を撫で回すのですか？
Yeah, Shiro.
いや
The fuck, man?
本当に何もないんだって。
Pretty weird, bro.
そうだ、お茶とお茶菓子を持ってくるから縁側でゆっくりとだな。
お待ちください。白、もう一度私の目をよく見て答えていただきたい
You
ので
better
すが。
tell her. You better. I have a foreboding of certain doom. Don't tell me that Saber's immune to the allure of afternoon snacks.
白、目をそらし黙っていては私もあらぬ疑いを持ってしまう。さあ、なぜあのようなことをしたのか教えてください。
The intimidating atmosphere having developed a tinge of bloodlust is threatening to suffocate me. Looks like I'm stuck. Oh, Master GEKIRIN, I do not know what to do. I don't think I can escape even if I tried. Looks like I have to answer her honestly.
なんだ。激鱗を探してたんだ。
GEKIRIN.
激鱗？
い
GEKIRIN.
や、セイバーって竜種だから、体のどこかに逆鱗が生えてるのかって思って。
I steal a glance at Saber. That face. Like Shiro, what the fuck? An icy look.
なるほど。鱗ですか。
An icy cold voice.
そうなんだ。言い伝えでは、触られると竜は激怒するらしい。
Feeling awkward, I try to avert my gaze, but I can't. I think I'll see sparks fly off her any moment now. Liner high. Here she comes. Let's go. Kick his ass, Saber.
はい。
あなたが私を何だと思っているのです。
Get him. Get him.
騎士であり剣士である私を捕まえて鱗が生えている方は無礼にも程があります。
True.
このような侮辱を受ければ赤日には手袋を投げて決闘しかないというほどの。
Period. Her body is shaking. She's mad like never before.
それに
Read
私が粒子というのはどのような誤解でしょう。粒子の因子こそ受け継いでいます
Fate
が
route, bro.
彼らと私を一緒くたに扱うというのは無知無理解の限りです。マスターがこのような履き違いをしているとは嘆かわしい。
This is exactly what Rin wanted. You are pathetic. Holy shit. A storm rages on. Alas, so is this how I'll meet my end? Killed while being scolded. Dizziness assails me.
諦めなさるな。まだ生存のチャンスはありますぞ、エミヤ殿。
Emi, I don't know. No way. I'm still seeing these nasty illusions even now.
さらに人に面白おかしい特徴を見込むなどと一体どうしたのですか。
大体ですね。
Stomp.
触れれば表変するシンボルなどで言いますが、私にそのような暗黒面があるとでも思っているのですか？
Whoa.
私には隠し持った本性などない。それは素人でよく知っているでしょうに。
Saber's tension keeps rising with no limit in sight. At this rate, it won't be long before I'm kneeling for 10 hours straight, forced to prepare a Manchuhan imperial feast, the grandest meal taken over 3 days and 3 nights for all attendees at once. Ugh, do you have a way out of this bind, oh Grandmaster?
しかり敵は勢いに乗ってちょっとつ猛進。孫子曰く
Sun
戦いと
Tzu.
は生をもって愛、義をもって勝つ。
Aha. The art of war.
なんつうか、これを倒そうと欲するなら必ずこれをしばらく強くするべしみたいな。
God damn it, Rin. Wait, Grandmaster. No, you're the reason behind this mess.
聞いているのですか？
Stomp.
シロ。
はい。
聞いているのでしたら訂正していただきたい。私の体に鱗が生えているという考えは誤りであり、私には一切の暗黒面はないと。
I fucking love that she just snapped on him like, you dumb motherfucker. Like,
今後一切そのような妄想は抱かな。
is she deciding to save him now? Oh shit.
エミヤ君に気を取られすぎたわね、セイバー。面白いぐらい背中がガラ空きだったわよ。
It's over, Saber. No.
リン、何をするのです。悪ふざけはほどほどにして。
そうはいかないわ。
お前は。
エミヤ君、最後のチャンスよ。さあ、セイバーの激鱗は
Oh
どこでしょう？
no, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't. Shiro, stop it. I see her GEKIRIN is her weakness, so I just have to imagine a monkey being exhausted after having its tail caught.
言うまでもない。セイバーの激鱗は
The next instant, I stretch out my hand. Then he died.
ダメだ。いけないしろ。
Oh my god, Shiro, please.
いいかい
No, no.
セイバーの弱ったところを見てみたい。
We see Raiden's ultimate goal here. Son of a bitch, I should have known. Encouraged by the irresponsible cheer, my left hand grasps victory. Boing. I firmly seize the golden strand of hair. At that moment... Uh-oh. An ominous chill courses through my body as if the entire house turned into a freezer. No, this is no mere chill. This is the sound of Excalibur being released. Yo! Avalon ain't gonna save you now, boy. She warned you. The commoners are being blown away. That's what you get, messing with the king. God was here. He made sure to deliver divine punishment and departed like the wind. She legit released a burst of Excalibur. Oh my god. I gingerly lift my body. Thanks to Tosaka's mischief, I was flung into the air again.
思いっきり腰打った。ひどいよバッチリよ。なんだって私がこんな目に。
Whatever.
どの面下げてそういうこと言うかな。お前は。
She's like, I wasn't supposed to get punished too.
遠坂の場合、どう見ても自業自得だ。
And successfully tricked me into becoming your accomplice.
何よ。ちゃんと目的は達成できたんだからいいじゃない。この様子からして、セイバーの激鱗は間違いなくあのくせ毛って分かったんだから。
Now we know. I guess if you ever want to be blown away, sure. That's how it ended up being. Saber vehemently denied having anything like a GEKIRIN or flying off the handle because of it, but it turned out to be exactly that.
けど弱点っていうには遠いような。というかだな。激鱗は本人にとっては短所であるが、俺たちにとっては最悪の長所なのではあるまいか。
Saber actually blew both of us away indiscriminately.
いいのよ それでセイバーが最優である理由の一つはあの冷静さよ。それがなくなってイライラしっぱなしっていうならいくらでも付け入る隙が出てくるじゃない。
Yeah, it looks like she's itching to take Saber head on.
そうか。だから赤かったんだな、遠坂。
何よ、私が赤いと得するの？
俺が得するというよりは遠坂が損すると。そうなるとセイバーが突進してきそうなものなんだが、セイバーおとなしいな。
そういえばそうね。てっきりエミヤ君を捕まえてお叱りモードだと思ったのに。まあエミヤ君は触っただけだし、セイバーの逆鱗は瞬間的なものなのかしら。
That'd be fortunate of us. It's great that we found the spot we were looking for, but I don't think I can bear with her raging on for the entire day just because her hair was touched. She'd be switched from Saber to Berserker class.
そうだよな。あのセイバーがずっと怒ってるなんていくらなんでも。
I can't imagine it. If such a king exists, then I really pity the people working for him.
結論も出たところで戻るか。セイバーも怒ってるだろうし、
Yeah.
ちょっと謝罪しないとな。
Yes.
そうさか。二人でセイバーに謝るんだぞ。
Yup, you too.
はいはい、ちゃんと分かってますよだ。
Her rage may have subsided, but her feelings are still hurt, I'm sure. I have to make an honest apology and swear to not touch Saber's curly hair in jest ever again.
おい、
Yeah, we had enough fun. We had enough fun. Saber, come on, Saber. I call out to her. Saber responds calmly.
何か用ですか、シロ。
Never mind. Huh? Her dark side is... That foreshadowing earlier. The corridor distorts around her. A suppressed killing intent. Her GEKIRIN-induced rage, mistakenly assumed to be her weakness, has subsided, but our Saber ended up undergoing a total killer-style transformation. She icily glares at the prey which foolishly returned to the lion's den.
セイバー？
Read.
セイバー
We shudder in utter fear. Saber does not twitch a single muscle. Her doll-like pretty face has turned into something extremely terrifying.
父さん、パスパス。ダメだ。俺にもどうしていいかわからない。
卑怯よエミヤ君。二人で一緒に謝ろうって言ったのはそっちでしょ。
The prey goes around in circles. Finally, after seeing the Tosca shield deployed, Emiya shield deployed, cycle repeat for the nth time, the lion gets fed up with our antics.
シロ、リン。
Oh my god. Dude, that's Saber alter voice. Dark Saber steps in with no hesitation.
ごめんなさいセイバー。悪ふざけが過ぎました。
Using Emiya as a shield, Tosca flees Saber's view.
想像しいな、リン。
Oh my god.
何か騒ぎ立てるほどのことがあったのか。
Oh my god. Saber sounds completely indifferent. The prey exchanges stupefied looks.
何かって、セイバー、さっきのことだけど。
記憶にない。私にその質問はするな、シロ。
Oh, okay. She answers plainly. It is difficult to comprehend, but Saber is not angry in the slightest. Or is she? She's anger incarnate.
つかぬことを聞くけど、何か変じゃない？
There is no...
いつもより暴力的とか、いつもより色がその...
There is no anger. It's just her. She is the
私
anger.
はおかしいのか。
Are you saying something wrong with
全
me?
然これっぽっちも変じゃない。いつも通りのセイバー。ね、そうよね、エミヤ君。
I frantically nod in agreement.
ならいい。食事にしよう。それと着替える。
Let us eat now.
リン、着替えを用意なさい。
Get me clothes.
私のお召し物でよろしいでしょうか。
リンの服は好きだが、今日は趣向を変えてほしい。
Saber in Rin's outfit. Tosca energetically shows Saber the way while making sure to maintain a healthy distance between them.
エミヤくん、エミヤくん、なんとか時間を引き延ばすから昼食の準備をお願い。腕によりをかけてね。
引き受けた。お互い命がけだな。
Yes.
リン、
Oh shit. Holy fuck. I didn't think she'd come back. Yo.
ただいま参ります。
Weeping Tosca assumes the role of Saber's guide.
頼むぞ、遠坂。
No matter how much time I have, I will never be able to cook a meal that would fully satisfy Saber. But not even Tosca can keep stretching her patience for more than 30 minutes. According to a Japanese legend, it was alcohol that an 8-handed giant snake Yamamoto no Orochi, that is relevant to something else I've been doing lately, was eventually appeased with. Yeah, that's right. Meat, alcohol, and money are what's always been used on those guys since ancient times. This has somehow fired me up. So my cooking will be used to calm down an angry giant dragon? The true worth of my cooking, the skills that I've honed over 10 years, everything's being put to test. Yo, her outfit. Oh my god, dude. It tastes horrible. Oh my god. Dude, I love her outfit, dude. She's so cute and terrifying. That was way too harsh. I don't know what's worse, that my 10 years of cooking experience has just been dismissed with a single bite, or that the one who did it was Saber, who always eats with a beaming smile. Saber, just go to Burger King, bro.
エミヤくん、泣いてる泣いてる。気持ちはわかるけど、今は泣くより手を動かして。
Excuse me. I don't even go to Burger King. There are way better options out there. If I'm gonna get some junk trash food, it ain't gonna be Burger King. Get her a burger though. Make her one. Borgar.
うるさい。
Memes.
俺の気持ちが。俺とセイバーのご飯ライフがどれだけ素晴らしかったかわかるか。安い道場を愛用してくれ。
ああ、確かにわからないわ、そりゃ。オーケーオーケー、好きに泣きなさいよ、もう。
リン、そなたがたまに手を抜いて作るあれがいい。
Dude, I love this.
シローに手本を見せるがよい。
Oh my god. The king's command is heard from the living room.
あれって、もしかして、あれ？
他になかろう。
Obviously.
マスタードは多めでな。
Oh my god.
あれってなんだ、遠坂。今出した海鮮釜揚げご飯よりセイバー好みの料理を作れるのか？
セイバーの好みなんかじゃないけど、まあご要望とあらばレシピは教えるわ。エミヤくんなら簡単にできるだろうし。
Tosca opens up the refrigerator with a disapproving look on her face. The ingredients are ground beef, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, ketchup, and mustard. I see.
まさかそれは。
So is this where it comes from then? A dirt cheap, simple food that fills one's stomach and nothing else. One of the top 3 contenders on the list of crude food that Saber hates the most. It is none other than... Munch Munch. A powerful rhythm echoes around the living room. I made that, exactly as instructed by Tosca. Saber does not say anything, but there's an extremely satisfied look on her face. Yes. Is that what they mean by takes the king to no one? I thought they were about to make a Burger King joke. Her Majesty Saber is eating the king of junk food, a hamburger, as if it were a mere snack. Much, 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 much. Ain't nothing like a good burger. The refrigerator is almost empty now. Grasping the gravity of the situation immediately, Tosca brings out her bicycle for a provisioning run.
悪魔の口車に乗った罰か。遠坂があんなこと言い出さなければ、こんなことには。
It's amazing how badly this backfired. Still weeping, I continued to make hamburgers. That fucking Saber altar manifested. Dude, this is like when Dark Sakura showed up like a few parts ago. Like, what the fuck? I'm glad that Saber's eating all my cooking happily, but why hamburgers of all things? Stop.
白おかわり
That animation.
次はバリューセットがいい
A value meal. Get her a combo. Holy shit, dude. That's a gif. What the fuck? It really is like Saber to have such vocabulary stick in her mind.
はい少々お待ちをお客様
Two frames were never so glorious. I need to smile even as I'm kneading the meat. An hour passes. Until Saber is full, lunch does not end, and a smiles-free policy remains enforced at Mikamiya's. Hell yeah, dude. Wallpaper added. Mikamiya's. I'm fucking done, dude. Alright, that's it for this one. Oh my god, so much good shit to do, man. I love it. Let's go, man. It just gets better and better. Oh, it's the last day. I can't just... nighttime. Wait, the pause menu. What the fuck? Oh, son of a bitch.